Adam here from the Walser Automotive Group, and what I want to do today is take you on a test drive. So next to me here I have the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. So we'll look at the interior, the exterior, and then go for a spin around and see what it's like out on the open road. Okay, so now we're behind the wheel of this Subaru Crosstrek, and now this is the premium trim level, and this one does have one option group added into it, so we'll cover a little bit of that stuff when we're out on the road. But let's get going. So there's a few different kind of levels to the Crosstrek. There's also the Sport, which is a new version for 2024. And I think the Premium is kind of a good fit, especially with this added option group to it. So the added options, the big things are going to be the heated seats for the driver and the passenger. There's also going to be heated exterior mirrors, which was great this morning because it was freezing cold and those thawed out nicely. And then also this one is going to get the sunroof up above. So 24 was a little bit of a refresh for the Crosstrek. Now this still has the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, and that is going to get you great fuel economy. We're looking at about 27 in the city and 34 on the highway. So the great fuel economy out of this 4-cylinder is going to be paired to a CVT transmission. So what does that mean? It's kind of like a constant automatic. It's just like one long gear. So now when I'm out on the road here, I can put my foot down and it just kind of takes off and goes. There's no shifting, there's no 6-speed, it's just one constant gear, but there is paddle shifters on the steering wheel. If you do feel like getting a little sportier, you can kind of control it that way. But now that I'm out on the road, let's focus on the interior. So this one has the adaptive cruise control. So you turn that on, you set 4, 3, 2, 1 car lengths ahead of you, and then you set it, and then there's also a lane departure mitigation system. So if I start to kind of veer out of my lane, it will beep and let me know. A little bit not paying attention to the road ahead of you. That is definitely a great safety feature to have, paired with the blind spot monitoring, and there's also an emergency braking in this vehicle as well. So if it's you or your family in the vehicle, you're definitely going to be safe when you're out on the open road. Now, how does it drive out on the road? The Crosstrek has always been a great vehicle to drive around. Like I said, it gets great fuel economy, it's sporty on the road, yet it does sit up a little bit higher maybe than a standard sedan, and it gives you the usability of the hatchback style. So this one does have 60-40 split rear seats. So if you need to throw something in the back, maybe you've got your bikes up on top or maybe a kayak up there, the seats do fold down so you get a little bit of extra cargo space. There is decent amount of legroom in the rear seats. Now there's also USB plugs back there, and I think you'd be comfortable, but if you do have a little bit of a growing family, maybe you want to look at the Forester, the Outback, or if you need the 7-passenger all the way up to the Subaru Ascent. But for now, I mean, it's fun to drive out on the road. It's just kind of cruises along. I mean, I'm going 40 miles an hour here. It's quiet, it's comfortable. Like I said, I've got my heated seats going. I mean, really, there's a lot to like about the Crosstrek because it gives you the best of kind of both worlds. You get the sedan fuel economy, but you get the usability of a crossover SUV. Now, one other thing on the exterior of this one, there's a little bit new styling. You can still obviously tell it's a Crosstrek, but for 24, they sort of updated a little bit. And this one has a pretty cool feature in that the headlights, when you turn, they're an adaptive system. So it kind of lights up the road a little bit better. Maybe if you're on an old country road and you're kind of worried about deer, if you're turning, it does move the headlights just a little bit to help you get the best possible visibility in a nighttime situation, which is a great safety feature. Big change for 24 is going to be the Outback style system here for the infotainment. Now I have my wireless Apple CarPlay hooked up, I have my phone just down here, and there is a couple USB plugs if you need it, but I mean, this is great. This infotainment system makes it so much easier with the wireless CarPlay. Google Maps, Spotify, everything is going to be in there, so my attention is focused more on the road rather than messing with my phone. You really don't even need it once you get it paired up because everything is in here, and there's also voice controls. So I can click this little button on the steering wheel and that pops up a ton of menus that I can go through and verbally select what I want the vehicle to do, which is again a great safety feature to the Crosstrek. One other thing they added was the auto start stop. You can hear it right on the infotainment screen here. So when you set that on, you come to a complete stop. It goes dead silent, and that is going to help you save a little bit of gas. So on top of the infotainment screen, there's also kind of a little menu you can hear clicking through, so that'll show you your weather, some of your temperatures in here, and then also the X mode. So as you can tell, it's cold today and I know the snow is coming. So if you need that little bit of added grip or bite, you can set the X mode to on, and that's gonna give you the best possible traction with the symmetrical all-wheel drive system. So that's another part we didn't talk on. This is an all-time all-wheel drive. Symmetrical all-wheel drive is going to be amazing when the snow hits. And like I said, this one does sit up a little bit higher, so you get a little bit of added ground clearance, and the bite of the four-wheel drive, or the all-wheel drive system rather, makes this a perfect winter vehicle for those nasty Minnesota winters. So you can hear it beeping as the lane departure warning system kicks on. So that, again, if it's a 2-lane highway, 1-lane highway, as long as you can see the road markings on the road, that's gonna help you make sure that you are staying in your lane. It'll give you a little beep, and then you just keep on with where you're driving. Now, I like these seats. These are very comfortable, and one of the cool things about the cloth being heated, that in the summertime it's not like hot black leather where it just burns you as soon as you hop in. These stay relatively cool in the summertime, and in the winter, when I turn the heated seat on, I almost had to turn it down right away. It gets hot very quickly, which is a great feature for the heated cloth. So this center kind of dash here is also going to be different for the 24 model. Frees up lots of room for the cup holders here. You've also got your little 12 volt and then the heated seat button down here, but it's just kind of makes it easy and gives you lots of space. Like I said, for your phone or for the cup holders, it just kind of frees it up and it makes it more comfortable for your day-to-day use. So what do we think overall? I think the styling on the exterior for the Crosstrek has always been good and only improved for the 24 model. Now with the new infotainment screen, the fuel economy is great. I mean, there's a lot of equipment in here. And like I said, the premium's kind of in the middle, so you can load up more equipment if you want some more creature comforts in here. But I think overall, if you're in the market for a crossover SUV, or you're looking at maybe some sedans or hatchbacks or wagons, I think you have to get out, take the Crosstrek for a spin, see what you think. Now that was just a quick look and drive in the 24 Crosstrek. Now if you'd like more information or to schedule a test drive for yourself, you can visit us online at walser.com or stop by either one of our Subaru locations. We'd be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.